Hello everyone, and welcome back to DMG. Today I've got a pretty interesting hard drive teardown for you today. This is a 2 terabyte Barracuda 7200.12 series drive. I put it in the computer, it won't spin up. Typical click of death failure. Now, when I picked it up from the IT department, the sticker was peeled up a little bit, but peeling it further, it feels like it hasn't been peeled that far yet. So I don't think it's been previously opened or anything. And I did cross out some personal information here because it had someone's full name on it. Nice copyrighted music you got there. Okay, now that that's done, let's pop open... Oh wow, that was easy. Ooh, they've actually figured out how to use metal in their drives. That is admirable. Now the actual build quality here is not bad. Let me just show you my face here. The actual build quality is pretty decent. Like, that's metal. Probably why this thing is so heavy. Those are some thick platters, but it's only three. Only 3 platters. And the top platter, the top side of the top platter doesn't get used. It doesn't have heads on it. In fact, this entire top platter is just there, but doesn't have heads. That's so weird. There we go, hopefully you can see that. So, by this top platter, we don't have any heads on it. Which is really interesting. I would have expected them to, actually put heads on the top platter. But I guess it's cheaper for them to make the drive with all of the platters and just fewer heads than to change the design to remove that platter. So technically, I guess that means I can get fingerprints and dust and stuff all over this top platter and it won't actually affect the function of the drive, but it's already broken. So I also can't say that. Now this was definitely like a higher end drive. Not server grade, but higher end. Did it die to filter issues? Because look at the filter. It's like all screwed up. And there's the charcoal mess all around where the filter was. So I think the filter may have actually exploded and contaminated the drive. Or maybe it just died like all Barracudas do, just from sheer incompetence of Seagate. Sorry, not all Barracudas, just most. But the build quality here is actually astonishingly good. I was imagining for another Seagate drive for it to be trash, but this is very, very well built. It's like almost Hitachi level of well designed. I'm going to talk about some Hitachi drives in a video coming up. So if you're into hard drives, subscribe, and yeah, keep watching the channel for that video. Now this bit is to help reduce vibration, because it kind of absorbs a little bit of the force of the huge spinning platters. Now I don't think this is 10K or anything, it would just be 7200. Ooh, wow. Okay, yeah, there's some dust at the corner of where this was. And it's coming off on my fingers. Bro, can you not? And like, all the charcoal stuff is all over my fingers, it's on the platter. So yeah, the filter definitely exploded and contaminated this drive. That is something I've never seen before. That's actually fascinating. I did not know that that was a point of failure that could happen. Now, we have a lot of screws securing the platter, which usually the more the better. And they're not super tight, which means they shouldn't be too terrible to take off. I've seen much worse built drives from Seagate. And also just in general, I like to bash Seagate because a lot of their consumer grade drives are just absolute trash. But this is one of the better ones. It's a higher end consumer grade drive. If I'm reading the date code correctly, it's a 2012. Alright, give me the shiny disc. Oh my god! That's terrible! What the hell? Wow! Look at these platters! What happened to you? Oh my god, what? That is incredible. You wanna come out for me? Come to Papa. Oh, you little bitch. Okay, so I gotta take apart the head mech to get into these further. Look, every part of this drive is just stained with charcoal from the filter. That is insane. Again, I had no clue that was a failure point that was... Look at the magnet! Yeah, all of the platters look like this, except for the top one. What the actual hell? I'm lost for words. Like, I'm not a hard drive expert, by no means, but I've worked on a lot in my days, and I've never seen this happen. That is amazing. Look at the voice coil back here. It's covered in carbon from the filter. Wow. Wow. Okay, let me just zoom out here. Sorry, you'll have to see like more bits of my desk, but I just want to get all of this in a shot. Even these parts are coated in the stuff. Wow. Okay, this is actually fascinating. Does this come off? No, it's like caked on. Whoops. Didn't mean to kick the camera there, but for comparison, this is what a platter should look like. Without the fingerprints, of course, but just look at the difference in covered in charcoal versus not covered in charcoal. Like, they're completely different colors at this point. And from the distribution of this stuff, I think the drive was on when the filter exploded, because it would just kind of be in one isolated place. Wow, okay, that's really fascinating. Okay, I've already filmed the outro, so things are going to look a little different in the outro, but I've been talking to a data recovery expert who deals with hard drives, because that's literally his job. He says that the filter could have been the issue, but it was likely just a head crash, and apparently when the layer gets scraped off, the little diamond coated layer, apparently it can come off as this fine black dust. And I think that is more likely because the heads were scraping on the drive when I plugged it in. You know, it would make that eep sound, that horrible sound that I can't even recreate. And it would make sense why it didn't happen on the top platter, because there aren't heads on the top platter. Anyway, that's it for this video. I'm gonna keep trying to figure out what happened to this drive. I've got some more hard drive videos coming up soon, so if you're interested, stay tuned for those. But for now, that's it. Thank you everyone for watching, and see you next time.